This is RTV6 News at 6, working for you.
Thanks for joining us at 6. I'm Nicole Griffin, and we begin with a Storm Team 6 alert. Cloudy skies across central Indiana as seen right here from our Weather Now cameras. And with those clouds, chances for storms and heavy rain. Let's check in now with Storm Team 6 meteorologist Kyle Mounts.
Yeah, Nicole, we've got a couple of those thunder boomers around central Indiana this evening. Now, we're not anticipating severe weather, but certainly some heavy rainfall out of this line and quite a bit of lightning, too, stretching from around Richmond just south of Newcastle now, southeast of Greenfield after you've picked up some heavy rainfall and right through Shelbyville. This is sliding toward the east and southeast around 20 to 25 miles per hour. So as we put that storm track on it, shows it moving into Rushville here as we get to about 6:15 and on to the areas south and east from there. Certainly could have some isolated flooding issues in that line. And then we have more pockets of some showers, one over Brownsburg, some heavier downpours between Frankfort and Lafayette, and also back around Williamsport. So these are going to continue to pop up here through the next several hours. Once we get to around 9:30 and we lose that heating of the afternoon, those showers and thunderstorms will quickly start to fade away here into the overnight. It's certainly providing some heat relief where we've got the downpours. Temperatures 80 in Indianapolis, still 90 though in Terre Haute with heat index values close to 100. If you are going to be out there grilling this evening, we've got that isolated chance for a few thunderstorms and temperatures in the mid-70s.
Kyle, thank you. Tonight, Metro Police need your help finding a missing man with Alzheimer's. 50-year-old Belena Retta walked away from his home around noon today. He lives on Historic Oaks Boulevard in a neighborhood near 21st and Country Club on the west side. If you see him, call police right away. The investigation continues tonight after a crash that left one woman dead in Henry County. It happened last night just before 10 o'clock on I-70 East near Knightstown. Police responded finding a car on fire with heavy front end damage. First responders put out the flames and began helping the woman inside, but despite their efforts, 45-year-old Holly Ann Guffey of Louisville died at the scene. Investigators say speed was a factor and one of the vehicles rear-ended the other. The other driver was not injured. An appeals court says Purdue University may have discriminated against a student who was accused of sexual assault. The court says Purdue too hastily sided with a female student and ignored the man's efforts to offer evidence in his defense. The decision gives him a chance to proceed with a lawsuit against Purdue. The man denied the assault allegations. He was suspended from the Navy ROTC program and lost his scholarship. As the number of homicides in Indianapolis continues to rise this summer, family members are left behind grieving the loss of their loved one. One group is working to provide support to mothers impacted by that violence. They say the mothers are often the ones that are forgotten. A support system within Indianapolis is connecting mothers who share a common bond and, unfortunately, a pain they don't wish on any other mother.
What we try to do is provide an atmosphere where the mothers can feel safe to come in and share their stories to begin that healing process.
A Mother's Cry is a group made up of mothers from all across Indianapolis, mothers who have lost a child to violence.
It's helped me a lot, because I got a place where I could go, with my grief and, don't feel judged or, some days we might not even talk about our children. They pamper us and, do activities.
Sheila Dunlop's son was killed in May of 2014. Before she joined A Mother's Cry, the grief was so heavy, she didn't know where to turn for help.
First, I felt all alone. I really didn't know what to think or what to do because, that was my baby boy. That's when the Mother's Cry came along, it felt good because I had hope.
The group meets every third Saturday of the month at the East 38th Street Library. Right now, there are around 15 members, but group leaders say they know there are other mothers out there that need support.
A lot of them, they feel that shock and disbelief. A lot of mothers struggle with guilt.
Crystal Hicks is a psychologist that works with the mothers. She teaches them the importance of self-care, processing emotions, and how to develop coping skills.
I would want them to know that their story matters, that what happened to them matters, and that there's a place that they can come and find refuge. There's mothers who've been on this journey for a while, and they may be able to draw strength from them. And that when you talk about what you've been through. It can help you process it.
She wants mothers who are feeling this pain to know there is a group for them that can help as they continue grieving the loss of their child. A Mother's Cry is part of the Ross Foundation. If you want to be a part of the group, register online at therossfoundationcommunity.org. The location for the gatherings does change from time to time. A Bartholomew County Sheriff's deputy is recovering tonight after investigators say a man she was trying to detain attacked her. 20-year-old Kevin Farrell is facing several charges, including battery on a public safety official and resisting law enforcement. It started when the deputy was flagged down on July 4th at the Sunnybrook Mobile Home Park. Investigators say Farrell was intoxicated and became belligerent, attempting to leave. When the deputy tried to detain him, investigators say Farrell hit her in the face and spit on her. The deputy was taken to the hospital for swelling and bruising. Well, this blazing house fire is just one example of the fallout from a second powerful earthquake to rock Southern California in just 2 days. And you can imagine people are on alert tonight, wondering if another quake is coming. ABC's Danya Backus has the latest from Los Angeles.
The magnitude 7.1 earthquake rocking Southern California.
This has been a traumatic experience for this, not only me, but for this entire area here that we've experienced. Never experienced anything like this before.
The violent shaking sending chandeliers swinging, throwing water out of pools, sparking fires, and causing rock slides that practically blocked this highway.
When the earthquake happened, I was in bed, so I just got in my bathroom doorway. And then I ran out here, and I just saw all the devastation. But yeah, you just heard racket, noise, things falling.
This trailer swaying dangerously close to a 2-year-old boy.
Get up, get up, get up, let go. You see my son coming around the trailer, and it's like, there's nothing left. I just want to get him.
The epicenter from Friday's 7.1 quake, just 11 miles from Thursday's 6.4. Those who live near the epicenter so shaken, many are deciding to spend the night outdoors, afraid their homes are too dangerous with the aftershock.
The kids don't feel safe, my wife doesn't feel safe inside, and then just to get like a little more comfortable for them. So I plan out this camping out. That's this camp out over here.
An expert saying the tremors aren't over yet.
Probability of magnitude 6 is 27%. So we're likely to see maybe 1 or 2 of those in the next week.
California's governor has declared a state of emergency, though officials say the damage is not as significant as one would expect for an earthquake of this magnitude. Danya Backus, ABC News, Los Angeles.
It may only be the first week of July, but parents and their kids are already planning for the first day of school. RTV6's Cameron Riddle spent the afternoon with some of those families getting ready for the big day. He's live with us tonight in studio. Cameron.
Nicole, good evening. It may be hard to believe, but the first day of school is quickly approaching, and that's a day hundreds of Central Indiana families spent their Saturday getting ready to tackle. Book bags, school supplies, and even haircuts were given to families all for free as long as they lived in the Fountain Square neighborhood. The Salvation Army, which is known for helping families after their hardest days, hosted today's special event. They call it an opportunity to be proactive rather than reactive, as their goal is to help families year-round.
Number one thing that we hear from families as they come in and they partake in this is that for many of them, this is the difference between whether or not they can afford their light bill this month.
Very, very stressful, especially because of the fact that I've got 5 kids that I got to do it for.
Well, today's event was only for residents of Fountain Square, but other events will pop up across Central Indiana over the course of the month. The Salvation Army says the best way to find a back-to-school drive near you is by calling the 211 information line. In the studio tonight, I'm Cameron Riddle, RTV6.
Cameron, thank you. A massive explosion at a shopping center. Multiple injuries reported. Coming up, the challenges ahead for investigators as they try to figure out what happened. Kyle.
And tonight we are tracking some downpours of rain stretching from around Shelbyville just to the east of Richmond there. I'll let you know if this rain is going to linger into your Sunday plans. You're watching RTV6 News at 6.
Call 1-800-SANDALS.
This is RTV6 News at 6, working for you.
A massive explosion at a South Florida shopping center has left at least 20 people injured, 2 critically. The cause of the investigation now underway. Here's ABC's Diane Macedo with all the details.
An investigation is underway in Plantation, Florida, as officials try to uncover the cause of a massive explosion at this shopping center.
We had ruptured gas lines. We did have an active gas leak when we arrived. They were able to secure it. Whether that was the cause or not, we have not confirmed.
Fire departments from several neighboring towns, as well as Broward Sheriff Fire and Rescue, all responded to the scene.
The hazards have been secured. A search has been completed. Thank goodness at this point, and I'm only going to say at this point, nobody was killed. Thank goodness for that. As bad as it is, it could have been a lot worse.
Authorities confirm at least 20 injuries.
We know that there were 2 that were serious. One was taken as a level 1 trauma to Broward Health Medical Center. The other one was also transported to Broward Health. The others were transported locally.
The blast was so powerful it even damaged other buildings.
It took out all the windows from the LA Fitness. It rocked the whole building. The building shook. The ceiling started falling on everyone. It was a very chaotic scene. There were people on the floor.
This man was at a nearby Tesla charging station when he heard the explosion.
I went underneath my car because there was so much debris falling from the sky. It was like raining big pieces of the roof, the wall, bricks, everything. I'm blessed. I appreciate life more now.
Roads in the area are shut down as the investigation continues. All stores and businesses in the area will also remain closed until fire personnel can determine it is safe to return. Diane Macedo, ABC News, New York.
Today, the world got its first clear look at the newest royal at his christening. Baby Archie is the son of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. He was christened in Windsor at a private ceremony exactly 2 months after he was born on May 6th. One photo shows the family in the green room of Windsor Castle. Meghan, Harry, and Archie in the center. Also, Prince Charles, the Duchess of Cornwall, Mrs. Doria Ragland, Meghan's mother, and William and Kate. 2 of Harry's aunts were there as well, sisters of his late mother, Diana. The other photo was a black and white shot of the new family, Harry, Meghan, and Archie together. July 4th was a special night for an Indiana couple, and through a happy coincidence, their big moment was captured forever. The problem was photographer Tyler Huffman needed to find the man and woman in the picture. Huffman was snapping pictures of the fireworks display in Carmel, completely absorbed by the brilliant colors. But it wasn't until later that he noticed the man on one knee popping the question. He wanted to give them copies of their special occasion, so Tyler put the word out on social media. And today we learned the couple came forward. Tyler says the 2 actually live at the same apartment complex about 10 doors apart. What an awesome story and amazing pictures there.
Yeah.
All right, well, it is 6:14 now, and it is a Storm Team 6 alert day. We have some storms moving across our area, Kyle.
Yeah, and mainly some downpours, some frequent lightning in a few of these. Could have some gusty winds, but again, severe weather that would be very isolated. We'll show you where we've got some of the strongest storms right now. Storm Team 6 radar, and things are pretty active here from around Richmond through southern Henry County, just north of Connorsville, and this is really where we've got the strongest of the storms right now. Could have some winds in excess of 30, possibly 40 miles per hour in that part of the thunderstorm. Also, some heavy rain moving into Rushville and Shelbyville. Things are starting to improve, but that lightning still not too far away. As we track this toward the east and southeast, around 25 miles per hour, there you kind of get the timeline here into Rushville here in the next couple of minutes. Farmington at 6:27 and Brownsville at 6:38. Few more downpours for us with some lightning around Veedersburg. Also, southeastern parts of Tippecanoe County here along Interstate 65. And then as we go into Putnam County, just east of Greencastle, brief downpour there. And you can see from our Weather Now camera in the Greencastle area some of those darker skies as the clouds are kind of taking over here, but kind of giving us a little bit of a relief from some of that heat. We made it to the 90-degree mark for the 6th day this year. 80 degrees right now in Indianapolis. That's after some rain moved through earlier this afternoon. It's 88 in Bloomington and 81 degrees in Kokomo. Over the next few hours, we'll keep that chance for showers and thunderstorms going through especially 9 or 10 o'clock here. Then things begin to wind down. Temperatures still in the middle 70s right on through 11 o'clock tonight, and tomorrow morning we'll start off mid-60s in Lafayette. Most areas, though, you're going to be right around that 70-degree mark. So even though we've got the showers and storms moving through, we're not going to change the humidity levels too much. So maybe you're going to be heading to take a dip at the pool on Sunday in the forecast. You know, we got about a 20% chance of a shower or thunderstorm throughout the afternoon here. So our rain chances a whole lot lower. So really in pretty good shape for your outdoor plans tomorrow. Just keep an eye side of the sky for some of those storms to move through, and we'll have that UV index in the high category. So you're going to need that sunscreen, as you pretty much need all summer long here. So let's take you to TrueCast. This is 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. You can see the clouds that we have around, and there's some of those pop-up showers and storms. Not going to see the coverage tomorrow like we've got this afternoon across the Hoosier State. And then once we get to about 9, 10 o'clock tomorrow night, just as it's been, we'll start to see those showers and storms winding down. Temperature-wise, not quite as hot tomorrow. 85 degrees Bloomington and Indianapolis, about 86 for you in the Muncie area. And if you've got some of that yard work to do tomorrow, you can get out there and do it. And really the next several days looking to be pretty good here until we get to Wednesday. That's our next best chance for some rain moving back into the area. 7-day planning forecast now as we put it all together here for you. And there are those high temperatures, middle 80s here through Tuesday. We'll be close to 90 degrees though again on Wednesday before the showers and storms move in. Highs in the middle 80s for you the end of the weekend. We'll really start to see that humidity come down a couple of times. One of those going to be on Monday and then after the storms on Wednesday.
I'm so excited, Kyle, because the pool at my complex finally opened today.
Wow, it's taken them a little while.
I know, they had to do construction. So we got out there this morning and enjoyed some of that nice weather.
Place.
Yeah, thank you so much. Well, coming up on RTV6 News at 6, the Army is changing the way it recruits. Why they are now hoping gamers will show interest in serving our country.
Monday, Ashley Home Store, now open in Whitestown.
The U.S. Army is getting into video games. The Army is changing its recruiting tactics and looking for a few good gamers to help fill out the ranks. Reporter Kai Beach explains why.
1, 2, 3. The United States Army wants more soldiers. Group attention! Last year, the recruitment goal was gaining 76,500 new recruits.
Catch up, catch up, catch up!
The Army didn't make that mission, enlisting around 70,000 soldiers.
Yes, Sergeant!
This year, the recruitment goal is getting 68,000 new pairs of boots on the ground.
Go to the cone.
But finding qualified candidates isn't what it used to be.
10 years ago, it was pretty easy to find qualified individuals. In the last couple years, it's just gone down.
Parade! Rest. So to help with recruiting numbers, the Army's trying something brand new this year.
They built this massive 18-wheeler gaming trailer that they're going to take across the United States with the idea of getting more young people interested in joining the military through video games.
So that is a U.S. Army esports gaming trailer, otherwise known as the AS-10.
Sergeant First Class Robert Dodge tells us 71% of Americans between the ages of 17 and 24 do not qualify for military service. The reasons range from drug history to health problems and misconduct. But the #1 disqualifier is obesity. So recruiters are shifting gears and setting their sights on a new pool of potential soldiers.
I think it's kind of interesting.
The Army is now going to video gaming conventions across the country. The first stop, Salt Lake City.
Is it targeting the younger audience? And if so, what do you guys hope to get out of it?
We are targeting a younger audience. We're looking for that 17 to 24-year-old, and we're looking for the best and the brightest that America has to offer.
And so far, this tactic appears to be raising some interest in attracting potential soldiers.
Yeah, it's crazy, especially in here, the way they have this whole thing set up.
At 20 years old, Adrian Bugarin is the age the military is looking for. While playing this first-person shooter video game, Bugarin says he never thought about enlisting until he experienced this video game trailer.
Definitely something to think about, especially with this, and hopefully, because I'm trying to look into computer science too, so hopefully I know they do with college and stuff.
With more jobs available today, it's creating more competition with other industries when it comes to recruitment.
So my name is Cynthia Diaz, and I'm going to be joining as a 60 Whiskey Combat Medic.
Cynthia Diaz signed up to serve 6 years in the Army, putting her life on the line to help others.
Begin!
I've always had a passion to help people, and I just love the whole medical aspect. I'm nervous, but I'm also excited. I'm ready to begin a new chapter in my life.
Most days, I'll create a post.
She learned about the Army online through social media, another new tactic in the world of military recruiting.
That would be good to go, sir.
But recruiters believe video games could be their best option in enlisting more soldiers, saying they'll stay on the road until this mission is complete.
Just by still downloading, is it not?
I'm Kai Beach reporting.
Working for you.
Don't forget, ABC Shark Tank is coming to Indianapolis. You can pitch your idea to producers at an open call on July 16th at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Doors open at 6. We have more information on the IndyChannel.com. Kyle.
And we are tracking some downpours out there for you. We have some flood advisories as well, so watch out for some standing water. Some of the strongest storms moving into southern Shelby County through Rushville into Connorsville right now. Could have some wind gusts over 30 miles per hour. A few more storms around Vadersburg.
All right, Kyle, thank you so much, and thank you for joining us. We'll see you back here at 11.